Hey all, welcome back to my channel Hierarchy. If you are watching my video for the first time, make sure you subscribe this channel because in this channel Hierarchy, I'm already started posting a full AI course and we have completed 4 days of it. And for that 4 days, I've already added a quiz which you could attend after you completed that 4-day course. And today we are going to get into day 5 of 90-day AI course. Without any delay, let's get into the video. So for this particular course, when it comes to technical aspects, we are going to use a tool called Google Colab. The reasons why I have chose Google Colab as a tool is because the first reason is if you are a student and you couldn't afford a laptop, you should not tell that as the reason. Instead, you can learn this course even from mobile phones because it is an online platform which you could access even with mobile phones. So for handling data sets, as a second reason for when it comes to handling data sets, we need to use multiple interactive lines of coding. So for that interactive lines of coding, this platform Google Colab is highly supportive. And for this specific course, we are going to use Python for AI, data science and machine learning. So in that scenario, we need to work on many database projects and we need to work based on deep learning based projects and we need to use and handle multiple data types. For that scenario, I need GPU support and in this collab, which is already available. So it is an additional advantage. So we do have so many reasons why we could use Google Colab as a platform for learning AI. So for that reasons, I've chosen this Google Colab as a learning platform for AI, data science and machine learning for this specific course. So the second thing is in this course, we are going to learn a programming language called Python from scratch. And this course is a beginner friendly course. If you are a beginner to AI and if you are new to AI, you need not worry that I know nothing about programming languages and such things. You need not worry about that at all because from scratch I'm going to teach you Python as well. In this video itself, we are going to learn some basics of Python. And when it comes to technical aspects, as I'm starting technical part from today onwards, from day 5, for each and every day I'll be posting 2 videos. In the first video, I'll be explaining those technical concepts through board teaching. So if you are a beginner, if I directly share my screen, you might feel boring, you might feel exhausted. So to avoid that things and you can keep on learning, right? So if you are a beginner, if I directly share my screen, I say everything technical, it might feel like, oh, we do have so many things. But instead, if I explain those concepts in simple words through this board teaching, and then if I move on to screen sharing, and if I explain that way, it might be easy for you to understand. That is the major reason why I've chosen this as an idea. So yeah, and without any delay, we are getting into the technical aspect, technical concepts today. So when it comes to Python or any programming languages, for taking an output, we'll be using a term called printing statement. In Python, it's very easy. For printing an output, you have to follow 3 simple syntax. First thing is a print keyword. That is the first syntax. Next to that, we have open and closing bracket, inside which we'll be using double quotes. Into that double quotes, we'll be using the statement that I have to print. Or if I am storing a program, if I'm writing a syntax of coding to solve a particular problem, if I'm writing lines of coding, okay, for that scenario at the end I should print the final output of any programs. If I am solving a simple problem like finding an even or odd number, odd or composite number, so in that scenario at the end my goal is to print the output if that number is an odd number or even number, if it is a prime number or composite number, right? So for printing that output, I'll be using something called printing statement. And this is the syntax for printing statement. First, print is a keyword. In that print, you should use all lowercase letters, no uppercase letters here. Next, opening bracket, closing bracket. Inside the double quote, we'll be using the printing statement or I'll be calling the output of any programs, right? This is a simple syntax for printing statement in Python. But if you go and see in any other programming languages like Java, C or C++, The printing statement itself is complicated. You'll be having around 5 to 6 lines of coding. That's a minimum. But in some complicated programming languages, we need to write lines of code just for a printing statement. But in Python, it is simple and it is a single line statement. Next, we have important thing called variables. What it might be. I will try to explain in simple words, try to understand. Variable is like a container, and whatever you store inside that container, it is called as values. For example, if you are having a coffee cup and you are having your coffee, that coffee cup is a container and the coffee is a value of it. So inside that coffee cup, you can store water. Inside the coffee cup, you could store juice and you can have any of them, right? Similar to that, inside a variable, you can store your name, you can store your age, and you can store the body temperature. And if you store the name, that is having alphabets, right? So if you directly store them into that variable, your programming language Python can't understand that. Instead, for storing a name which has alphabetical characters, you should add a double quotes, and that is called as string data type in Python. And if you are storing your age, it is a number. It is not an alphabetical character. So it is integer data type. Because of a reason, it doesn't have any decimal values and it is a number. So when it comes to numbers, we need not add that double quotes to it. Right? Next to which we have float values. If you want to save your body temperature or something else which have decimal values, then you'll be using a data type called float. And as a fourth data type, we have complex numbers. In your 10th standard or in your 12th standard, you might have learned something called complex numbers, where you have imaginary values. 4 plus 5j, 2 plus 6j, likewise. So that are called as complex numbers. You can save that data type inside your variable as well. But you need not worry about that. In Python programming language, in our examples that you are going to learn and even in your projects, we are basically going to use the first three data types. It might be a string, it might be an integer, it might be a float. These are basic data types. Apart from this, we do have dictionaries, lists, which we'll be learning in another videos. So as a beginner, these are the things you should understand when you start Python. So if you haven't understood any of these concepts very clearly, you might have got idea about it. If you didn't understand this very clearly, you need not worry about this. As I already mentioned, in this day 5 video itself, I'll be releasing 2 videos. As a part 1, it's about explaining these concepts through both concepts. So as a beginner, it is easy for you to understand. In second video, part 2, I'll be sharing my screen and I'll be explaining those concepts. So if you are new to coding, you need not be in fear, or you need not overthink like if coding will work for me, or am I good at coding. Or if you are a person who already started coding and you already gave up, you need not worry about it, as this course is something that I'm going to teach you from scratch. I'll be teaching everything from scratch, and any doubts that you have in mind, without any hesitation, you can ask in comments, and I promise that every comments will get proper answers. And if you haven't subscribed my channel, make sure you subscribe my channel. Bye for now, and I'll see you in next video. If you want any help in seeing this board clearly, I'll just zoom it in, and if you want to take any screenshot, you can take it.